Hello, everyone, and welcome back, or welcome to your first video or your fifth video you've watched today. But just in general, welcome to the Digital School Open House, virtual open house. My name is Jessa Tracy. I'm the marketing manager here. This is Jessica. She's great also. She'll introduce herself in a moment. But this video, we wanted to specifically kind of go over what the student experience is like at digital school. What's that look like? What will that look like once you start? All those kinds of things. So we'll be going through a few different kind of topics today. I do want to let you guys know if there is anything that you feel like we don't touch on that you're interested in knowing, or any questions you have about any of the topics we go over today. Please feel free to reach out. We have a ton of resources for you guys, and we would absolutely love to explain things more, answer any additional questions that you have. So there is a request information button you'll see at the top. You can click on that, or at the bottom, you can click on it there too. Additionally, we'd love to have a meeting with you and show you, screen share with you, talk through it, answer any questions, whatever you like. So once again, that's at the top or at the bottom. It's just to book a meeting with an admissions advisor, and they'll go through that as well. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, please let us know. But without further ado, Jessica, do you want to introduce yourself while I pull up the slides?
Yeah, absolutely. So welcome everyone. I'm Jessica Yacucha. I'm the office manager and student support services here at Digital School Technical Design College.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today, Jessica, and talking through some of this great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, we're going to be going through the digital school student experience and kind of talking through what that will look like when you get started with digital school. So yeah, we're just going to be going through these, and Jessica's really going to be giving you guys the bulk of the information. Jessica is the know-all of digital school. So yeah, we're just going to get started. So first of all, I know digital school has multiple programs. So if you wouldn't mind just kind of letting us know a little bit about them, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have 4 programs. We have our BIM Technician Certificate Program. We have a Architectural Design Technology and an Engineering Design Technology Diploma Program. And then we also do have our Process Piping Specialization.
Awesome. Can you speak to a little bit more about, like, I don't know if the lengths are varied of these programs, or are they the same?
So our BIM technician program, our certificate program, we do offer it full-time for 1 year, or full-time for 6 months and part-time for 1 year. And then all of our diploma programs are full-time 1 year in length.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. And is the process piping, it's a specialty. So what is that?
Yes. Yes. So if you're wanting to take the specialty, it is added on to the engineering design technology program, and it's just added into that program, and that program is still 1 year in length.
Okay, that's awesome. So it's still 1 year in length. Is it any extra additional work with it, or is it just the information's like integrated into it?
Yeah, so it is integrated into the program. If you are taking that specialization, you will have 3 extra courses to complete that are focused on the process piping.
Perfect. And just as a note to anybody tuned into this, and if you have any more questions about the program breakdowns, I do know that below we have some amazing interviews about each of the individual programs as well, with the instructors that teach them, which is really, really great. And they'll kind of go into more what you'll be specifically learning in each of these programs. But that's really helpful, Jessica. Thank you for that information. Yeah. Any other notes on these, or?
Nope.
Perfect. That's awesome. Perfect. Okay, so what does the day-to-day look like for students? I kind of assume it would be maybe different if you're part-time or full-time, but can you maybe speak to both?
Yeah. So typically each student, if you're a full-time student, we do have a 30-hour per week requirement. And then a part-time student, we do have 15-hour per week requirement. We do have the flip the classroom approach that does blended learning, and we do offer the combination of asynchronous and synchronous learning to be able to optimize everyone's learning styles. The majority of the program will be asynchronous, on-demand, self-paced learning developed by a combination of industry subject matter experts and our digital school instructors.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So just for those who don't know, do you mind kind of letting us know what synchronous and asynchronous mean?
Yeah,
I feel like they're pretty commonplace now with the situation, everything kind of being online, but for those who don't know.
Yeah, so asynchronous is self-paced learning within a specified length of time. And then synchronous learning is more classroom-based with lectures.
Okay. So for students at digital school, it'll be both.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Great. That's amazing. I know that that was kind of my experience with my schooling. And it was amazing. Really helpful. So that's really great. I can think that the benefit of that would be that you're not really losing out on one or the other, but it would be quite flexible, I would think, as well. So that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. The flexibility allows everyone to kind of balance your education along with all of your other commitments, like your family time, employment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. I especially was thinking when you were saying that you said 15 hours for a part-time program. Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. I was just thinking when I was in high school, I think that what I worked was 15 hours a week. Like after school, this was when I was quite a bit younger, but yeah, that seems extremely manageable, I think. So that's awesome. Very flexible. Perfect. So next, can you let us know a little bit about kind of the resources available to students, obviously beyond their typical, or including their typical kind of day-to-day with digital school, but also beyond that?
Yeah, absolutely. So each course does have weekly labs with the instructors and classmates. And these really supplement the course lessons and allow for in-depth discussions, participation, and practice. The labs also include students working in small groups on practical assignments. Along with the weekly labs, our instructors are always available multiple times a week for open door drop-in sessions, and they are always available through email and one-on-one meetings.
That's awesome. That's amazing. That's a lot of extra time if they need it. And it's nice knowing that, when you are studying online and doing your schooling online, that you do have access to our instructors when you need them. I know one-on-one time is extremely beneficial. So that's great.
Yeah. And then aside from our instructors, all students do have access to our student support services, who is invested in your success. We help you set and accomplish your goals and cheer you on as you progress through your program, and really be there to support you during your support you with job placement assistance upon graduation. Also available, we do have a large collection of available mental health, community, financial, and employment supports from all of the different provinces. And all of those are really designed to support you in achieving your career goals.
That's amazing. I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. We also do have a IT support specialist, which is extremely important in a virtual setting. Completely online, working with technology sometimes is frustrating to people, but we do have a IT support specialist that is available to support for any technical hardware or software issues for all of our students.
That's awesome. I know I would need that for sure. So that's great. And they're just available to email as well?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Perfect. So next, let's talk a little bit about our student appreciation event. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so our student appreciation event is a very exciting event. We're all really happy to be putting it on. And in the student appreciation event, it is one of the ways that we recognize the hard work of all of our students as they progress towards completing their programs. We do host the events virtually every 6 weeks to celebrate the student successes over the past term. We have awards, we have a student assignment showcase, which really gives students the opportunity to show off their outstanding work with their classmates. We also do have our alumni join us as guest speakers to share how their digital school experience helped them succeed in their careers. And they also get to show us what fun projects they're currently working on.
That's awesome. I know I just, for those watching, I just attended my first student appreciation event last week, I think, Jessica, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was so great. I think that it was all amazing. It was amazing. I think that our speaker was Katarina Hammer from CanBam last week. And she also has her own company. And she was so great. But also, I think just the student showcase was very impressive. It was really cool to kind of see the work and look at it and think that's amazing that they've learned to do that. I just can't even imagine. Wouldn't even know where to start. It was really cool. I guess just seeing the amazing success was really awesome. But that was great. Besides that, are there any other events that they should kind of keep their eye out for, or is it mostly the student appreciation events?
Yeah, so we definitely do have other events and activities that we do host. We host a guest speaker series where we invite experts and leaders in the AEC industry to present to all of our students and alumni. We also believe that networking is a key activity in today's workplace. And then with so many conferences going online and planning to continue staying online, we do share industry conferences and speaker events with what we see important in the industry. We strongly suggest to all of our students and alumni that they do attend these events to be able to learn from others and really make the additional contacts in the industry, which they will be working alongside in the future.
Mm-hmm. That is awesome, especially, with everything being so online. And it's just such a booming industry, honestly. There's so much going on. There's so much new innovation and just so much to learn. Really, I know that one of our founders, she's a part of Women in BIM. And they did a poll, an internal kind of Women in BIM poll. I don't know if you guys have heard of Women in BIM, but it's a huge global organization. And they did a poll, and every single member of Women in BIM was hiring in the AEC industry. So it's definitely a big industry. There's a lot going on. And I think that definitely networking and kind of getting yourself out there, and there's so much to learn and so much room to grow. So it's a cool place to go. And I can imagine those kinds of events would be the place to be. So I'm glad that we go ahead and share those too.
Yeah, they're really great. And I know that the students do get a lot out of attending those events.
Yeah, that is great. I think that's our last slide, which is great. But sad because that's it then. Anyways, I think that's it for our presentation today on the student experience. But if you do want to dig a little deeper and learn a little more, there are a lot of other videos here. If you haven't checked out the Welcoming Campus Tour video, I strongly suggest you check that out. Jessica walks us through the entire campus, and I do think that has a lot to do with the student experience as well, and you can kind of see everything that you would be seeing and all the kind of courses you'd be working through and everything like that. So that's really great and a huge part of the student experience. In addition, obviously we have the funding video, and Rebecca, one of our amazing admissions advisors, walks you through kind of getting started. So there's a lot of great stuff. We also have our live speakers at the bottom, you'll see, which will be really great too. If you can tune in at those times, it'd be awesome. If not, we will send you a follow-up email with the replays of the live events. And all of this information that we're giving you today believe it or not, while it is limited time in the virtual open house, we are willing and happy, beyond happy to give you this information at any time. So like I said, feel free to book a meeting with us. We are happy to go through all of this stuff and answer any questions you have. But yeah, I think that that's it for the student experience portion of this. Thank you so much for doing that for us, Jessica, and letting us know kind of all the inside student information.
Yeah, not a problem. Thanks so much for having me.
No worries. We both work here. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you very soon. Enjoy the open house.